live with you guys, and we talk about all different things to do with self-love, self-care, and just empowering women to accept and respect their bodies at any size. So to get started, you guys, if you are viewing live with me today, just please say hello so I can say hi back to you. And then if you're going to be watching on the replay later, just hashtag replay, and I will make sure that I come back on later and say hi to you then. So today we're going to be talking about the benefits of acupressure. So I am a trained practitioner with acupressure, specifically aromatherapy acupressure. So some of the ailments or physical or emotional symptoms that I can help people walk through is things to do helping your focus and concentration, helping you with worry, fear, phobias, anger, insomnia, stress, irritation, frustration, bringing more happiness and joy, positivity into your life, helping you with anxiety, with grief and loss and all those different things. So, as we get into this, you guys, as women, we are often asked to juggle a lot of responsibilities, right? So if you're kind of feeling overwhelmed or stressed, from trying to keep up with all the demands, you may want to consider trying acupressure for some stress relief. And that's specifically what we're going to be talking about today is acupressure for stress relief. We're going to talk a little bit about the benefits of acupressure, what it exactly is, and how to go through a full session on how to use acupressure for stress relief specifically. So these practices don't take very long, and it's it's been around for a long time, and so it is very exciting to be able to have this to add to your self-love tool belt. So first of all, we're going to take a look at what acupressure is. So acupressure is an ancient Chinese practice that has been known for centuries with its healing power. It works by applying pressure on certain parts of your body to help relieve tension, promote relaxation. And so we're going to take a look at what it exactly is, how it works, and why it's such an effective way to manage stress. So the first thing is, what is acupressure? So it's based on the same principles as acupuncture, and that is a more widely known modality, which is the practicing of inserting needles into specific parts of the body to stimulate that energy flow through the body and promote healing. However, while acupuncture involves needles, acupressure only requires pressure from your fingers and hands on specific areas in your body. So these areas are called our acupoints, and they correspond to different organs throughout your body. So by pressing on these points, we're going to be able to help reduce stress and tension throughout the body, and that's something that we all need to have help with, right? So when we go into the benefits of acupressure, specifically for stress relief, the goal of acupressure to help with stress is to restore that balance in your body's natural energy flow. And according to Chinese medicine, they like to call that your qi, or your energy flow, right? So when this balance is restored, it helps to reduce symptoms like headaches, fatigue, insomnia, anxiety, that really can be caused by increased and excessive stress. So in addition to kind of relieving some of these physical symptoms, using acupressure can also help increase your mental clarity and your focus. It really makes it such an ideal tool for managing stress, both in the short term and the long term, so that you can stay calm even when life throws curveballs your way, which it likes to do, right? So we're going to talk about how we can use acupressure for stress relief, and then we're going to be going into specifically the 6 points that I have chosen to help today with our stress relief. So we're going to be going through 6 different points. I know I did a video last week where we talked about just 3 of the points, a quick little introduction, but today we're going to be going through the full 6 points that I like to use in my sessions for stress relief. So let me know in the comments if you have tried acupressure before or acupuncture. and how your experience was. I would love to hear about it. So, the good news is, you guys, is anybody can do this. Anyone can use acupressure for stress relief or any of these other ailments. All you need is just some basic knowledge on where those acupoints are located in your body and how much pressure you should apply when pressing them. So there are several tutorials online that provide us with that detailed instructions, and we're going to be talking about 6 of those points today. And once you've kind of done these techniques a couple times and made yourself familiar with them, it will be really easy to just start practicing them regularly throughout your day in order to reduce your overall levels of stress. Because who needs less stress? We all do, right? So you are welcome to also additionally use aromatherapy with your acupressure. You don't have to. You're going to still receive the benefits by pressing on those pressure points within the body. But I, in my sessions, like in person and virtually, I really encourage people to use aromatherapy because that just adds another level to the healing and to increase the kind of effectiveness of the modality as well. So today I have chosen frankincense, and that's the one that I'm going to be using. So to just describe it simply, you just place a drop of whatever oil or aromatherapy that you choose or desire to use, placing it on your finger and reapplying as needed, and then just do that as you start to press that pressure point. So each of these points we're going to be pressing for 30 to 60 seconds. And so prior to starting that pressure point in the areas we're going to be talking about, just keep reapplying that oil, and I will remind you to do that. So not only will you receive the benefits from applying that aromatherapy or oil to the area, you're going to be benefiting from the aroma of that as well. So choosing an oil that really helps you to feel grounded and less stressed and all that stuff is really helpful. So let's get into it, you guys. So we're going to start with the third eye pressure point. So that one is called Yin Tang. This point is located slightly above the eyebrow line, between your eyebrows. So using your fingers, so I'm just going to get my oil here going. So we take a drop of that oil and we just start to find that Yin Tang point. So using your index finger lightly and rapidly, we can tap this point or we can do a circular motion. And so what I find interesting about this point too is as I've done it, I'll actually continue to feel that point for quite a while afterwards. So it is quite powerful when we can start to recognize the body sensations and how we feel. So continuing to just do whatever method works for you, whether it's steady pressure, whether it's little circular motions, or whether it's tapping. And just find yourself just feeling calm within this state too. Like focus on your breath. You could close your eyes if you wanted to and just simply tune into the body and what the body's feeling. Okay, so we're going to relieve the pressure from that point and move on to our next one, which is our Shen Men. This is the spirit gate, and it calms the mind, relaxes the body, and it relieves pain. So this point is near the top of your ear. So inside of your ear, it's just in that little indent just inside your ear, and you'll be able to feel this one too. So it's near the top of your ear, and you can use your thumb too to find that flat triangular surface on the top area of each ear. So this one we would do both at the same time. So you can take your oil and apply it to both fingers, and then we're just going to find that inner indent. And then what I like to do for this one too is you can take the fingers and apply here, but you can also take the thumbs and kind of grab the ear and be able to press from both sides. So whichever feels best for you. I find I like to use my fingers instead of the finger and the thumb. And so we massage this point in circular motion for 30 seconds. And I do recommend massaging it into both ears simultaneously. Oh, that word I can't say today. At the same time. So just breathe here. You can close your eyes. This one feels really nice. Okay, so we can remove our fingers from the ear one, and we're going to move on to our next one, which is stomach 36. And so this one it's called the leg 3 mile. So this one is connected to the stomach, because that's the cool thing about acupressure. It actually connects to a lot of our organs, the pressure points, when you look at the meridians within the body. For this one, maybe I will bring up my graphic here if I can. Maybe I can't think. Oh, maybe I can. Here, let's just hold on here, you guys. Nope, I don't think I can. Okay, that's okay. So you'll just have to listen to my voice and I will guide you through it. So this point is actually on our legs. So that's why it's called the leg 3 mile. So this one helps to strengthen your immunity. It increases energy and it provides grounding. So this point is below your kneecap. So find your kneecap, you guys, and to the outside of your shin bone. So this one, it's approximately 4 fingers below your kneecap. So once you find that area, and it's kind of right beside your shin bone, so you'll be able to feel this one too. So you'll sit on the edge of your chair and place your feet firmly on the ground. And what we'll do for this one, we won't use our aromatherapy for this one, just because you'd either have to have shorts on, or you'd have to so you'd have to have your legs accessible, because if not, you'd just be putting oil on your pants. So what I like to do for this one first is just lightly tap on the point like a drum on your fist, with your fist on both legs for 30 seconds. So this one's a little bit more invasive. And so once again, you can use the fingers with this point and press, or you can do the tapping with either the fingers or the fists. So we'll do that one for 30 seconds, the same thing. So just breathing into here. So keep holding that one for a couple more seconds. Okay, so we're going to release from that one, and we're going to go into our next one, you guys. So the next one is connected to our liver. So this one calms the nervous system. It stabilizes our mood and improves circulation. So this is a great one to do as well. So this one we're going to find on our feet. And I think I need to bring these up for you guys is what I need to do. Because that's more helpful, I think. So let's see if I can bring it up here. I should have had this. Oh, there we go. Let's see. So you guys can see over here, liver 3. So this one is found on the top of your foot in the webbing between the first and the second toes. So what you want to do here, you guys, is place your index finger at the junction of the toe and the foot, approximately 1 inch inward. So you can see on the diagram here, it shows you where that is. I find the visual so helpful, because if not, you're like, which point is it? Where is it on my foot? So for this one, you guys, we would take our oil or our aromatherapy if you desire to have that included. And we would use our thumb or index finger on the foot. And for this one too, you can bend your leg and rest your foot on your opposite knee and stimulate this point. So once you find that point, we're just going to apply that gentle pressure for 30 seconds. And same thing with these practices too. You can repeat these a couple times on each point as well, if you have the time. If not, then one time going through this is totally fine as well. So we'll just hold this for 30 seconds. And so once we've held that, we're going to release. And then this one, we would do the other side, you guys. So you would make sure that you're doing both sides of the body. So you would switch sides, do the same thing. We can, sorry, we can do that now together. So we'll switch sides. So bringing up the opposite leg, bending it up into your other side of your leg. And then finding that point again, so 1 inch below, and we're just going to press here. So you can apply your oil again, and you can find that point. We need to do like a full body video for this one, I feel. So once you have it, we're going to press and hold for 30 seconds, taking some nice deep breaths. Okay, so you can release that side, you guys. And we have 2 more points to do today. So our last 2 that we're going to do is, the first one is the large intestine. So this one is back to our hands, which is a little easier for me to show you guys. So this point connects back to our large intestines. And it's called the joining valley, which I like to think of. So with this one, you actually use, it's very fitting because you have your hands like this, and it's the joining valley. So you think of this being a valley, and so this is where our point is going to be. So like the meaty part of your, like the web part between your thumb and your finger. So this one's going to strengthen our immunity. It releases pathogens, and it improves our circulation. So it's located at the highest point of the muscle in the webbing between your thumb and your finger. So we would have our oil, and we would put it in our, between those areas. You can put it on like thumb and finger, and we'll squeeze this muscle with our other hand by placing our thumb on the top of the muscle and our finger underneath the muscle. And so we'll massage this point. So you'd hold it up like this, and you would just massage this point in a circular motion for 30 seconds using your thumb and your finger, and we'll repeat. You can repeat this one as well if you chose to. So same thing, connecting back to your breath here, breathing in and out. And this one I can really feel in my body too. Like as you do the circular motion, you may connect to a lot of different body sensations here. Like right now I'm feeling it behind the back of my arm. So it is really cool when you can start to have that like hyper awareness of being connected to how your body's feeling in response to doing stuff like this, right? Okay, so we're going to pause on that one, and we're going to go to the other side. So same thing, just like yoga, just like any of these practices, making sure that you're doing both sides of the body. So same thing. You can reapply your oil if you need to. We'll grab between and that webbing part of the between the finger and the thumb, and we'll just start massaging around that area, making those little circles. All right, so we're going to come out of that one, And the final one that we are going to do today is called Pericardium 6. And that one is connected to helping us to reduce stress, which is why we are here today. It helps to regulate your energy, and it reduces nausea as well. This one I like to describe to people that, those C-bands that we used to have. I don't know if they still make them, but if you experience seasickness, there was these C-bands that helped to reduce nausea if you were a person that experienced that motion sickness. And those little bands actually had like little things that would press on that point, which when I took my training, I was so interested to know that the connection between those bands and actually our acupoints in our body. So I thought that was very interesting. So for this one, it's found at the center of the inside of your wrist. So between the two tendons. So you can feel the two tendons in between the wrist or in the wrist there. And so you go about 3 fingers down, and then that is where the point is, where that third finger is. So I like to press my thumb in there between the tendons. And then I just wrap my hands around just so you're able to kind of have that grabbing it, right? So then how to activate this one is we use our thumb, we slowly press down on this part and hold for a few seconds and then slowly release. And then you're going to press again. And then slowly release. So we're going to do this 10 times. So pressing again. Slowly releasing. Pressing again. Slowly releasing. Pressing. Releasing. Pressing. Releasing. One more time. Pressing and releasing. So once again, we'll do the other side just to be doing this properly. So we're going to find the tendon in between the tendon on the other wrist, measuring 3 fingers down, finding that point with your thumb, and then we're just going to wrap the hands around the wrist and gently press and then release. So we'll do this a couple times. Gently press and release. Gently press and release. So just going back and forth. Once you've pressed, to release again and then press again. Okay. So you guys, that was our 6 different points for stress relief and a little bit of background into why we even want to be doing acupressure. So I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if you watched this video and let me know if you found it helpful. There are lots of different ways we can explore acupressure with adding those tools to our self-love tool belt. And acupressure is one of those things for me. I will find myself even doing it as I'm going throughout my day. I'll just all of a sudden realize that I'm holding a pressure point. It's almost like second nature of like, you just start holding it as you're sitting there and it's like, oh, I'm doing that. Look at me go. So these are all what I love about this is it's such a simple technique that you can add fluently throughout your day that doesn't have to, because I know that's one thing that I am always really mindful of is anything that I share, I want it to be something that is actually achievable, something that you can actually feel like you have time to do. Because as moms or entrepreneurs or women in general, if you're busy and I respect your time and I want to make sure that I'm delivering things that you feel like you can incorporate into your life. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thanks again for anyone who tuned in. And then if you're going to watch later, I thank you for popping in then. And I hope you guys have the best day and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye.